that CPC means a lot to me. Will you come and see how I play Desi? If you're in love with retro gaming, come and join the board. And if you want a Friday foursome, watch him and you could. Overboard.
Oh, good morning. Morning cup of tea. It's about 5 to 6 on the Friday the 14th, 2017 of July, and I'm just about to set off for play Blackpool. If I get there without coughing, killing myself on tea. So the car's all loaded up, ready to go, rock and roll. So I'm going to try and keep a vlog of my travels up there, see how things go. So yes, we'll see you along the way, hopefully. So just stopped, got to Gordano services. It's I don't know what time it is. It's 8:42. Stopped for the obligatory piss and coffee break. Cheers, capitalism at its finest. And I got some fucking clown on the M5 in a faceless, badgeless Astra, all over my arse, and fucking want to race, of course. And you don't race when you have an MG. I'm sorry, because you just put your foot down and say fuck off, and that's exactly what I did. Saw him off. Didn't need that kind of shit because I'm just trying to cruise and go easy. So we're doing good for time, and next stop will be Mr. Tutti UK. So yeah, next second, flick, now. Well, look what I picked up. Mr. Tutti UK's.
I wonder where you look on that camera. Where is the camera?
It's coming up there.
Up there. Flashing. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
He doesn't know this technology, you see. He's too retro, isn't he? You're too retro.
I'm looking.
You're so retro.
You don't even know.
You don't even know. So we're on our way to Mr. Turner's, and see you there. So here we are at Costa Day Turner. Hello. There he is. There's the man himself. Coffee is essential in these situations.
This is a very rare occasion. I've not got a beer in my hand.
Yeah. Later on, of course, that will change, won't it? I mean, it'll be beer all the way from Mr. Tutti. You've got to have the beer. I'll have the beer later as well.
I've got coffee though.
Got coffee there. So we're nearly there. The amazing trek from Red Roof via Hinckley to Preston to sandwiches. With that note, I will bid you farewell, and I'll see you in Blackpool. So I've just dropped Stuart off. We're at Blackpool. There's a tower behind me, if you can see. Somewhere there. Anyway, bit windy, noisy, nice sunshine, it's good. So I'm just walking down to town now. I've checked in to meet Mr. Retro and Lim himself, and then a few drinks, and then head down to the Norbrick. See you later. Right, well, here we are at the Norbrick Castle, finally, and let's introduce the tubers. Here is...
Give it a shot.
I nearly gave it your own name there. It's the Scots Game Reviews. There you go, you see? There's Retro Gamer Wales.
You alright? Cheers.
There's this arsehole.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah.
Can I swear on this channel?
Say hello to George.
Hello,
George. much.
You're my
How you
number
doing?
one fan. Every time I upload a video, you're like there, on point, like in the first minute.
Bang on, isn't he?
Bang on, mate.
Bang on.
You
bang
are my
on.
number one.
Well done, George. And big shout out to Turning Points as well, yeah?
I just wanna give like this heart
George.
to you.
What's
There you go. Sorry, what was you going to say?
the Friday thoughts? I was going to make a video the other day.
Yeah, you haven't.
Can be asked.
Yeah, neither of you.
No, the fight
I'm
days.
on
The
it.
fight
I'm on
days.
it.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here and we're going to see Mr. Cajones Dolores.
Hello.
How are you doing, Daz? You alright?
No one can pronounce my name right.
Did I say it right?
I'm just educated.
Cajones Dolores.
It's not Dolores, it's Doloro.
Cajones Dolores.
Spot on.
Thank you very much.
Big boy without further ado retro.
There you go, you see, right. Do the walk around. The walk around. Oh, there's two, Eva, you've seen him already. There's that gentleman there. Yes, right, okay. Here we go, Mr. Metropolis, and the man who's now known as Calling All Nerds, formerly the Retro Gamer Addict, correct?
That is correct.
But we have rebranded, reborn as a new person.
Reborn's good.
Yeah, reborn is good.
Reborn is good.
But Matt, you're still Metropolis, aren't you?
I'm still
That's right.
Metropolis,
Okay. Right. Oh, here is Tony. So hello, Tony, the Retrotonic collector and the host, the man, the legend. That is Mr. Amar.
He is the legend.
Mr. Amar.
Mr. Amar.
Mr. Amar.
On the
Peter.
electric train.
He has a dream.
I have a dream to conquer these cars.
Don't you?
To conquer you.
Over there is Mr. Retro and Lim. Oh! Speak to Aidan, the man. Don't press the button.
It's pressing back to make it focus. Just start.
No, it does focus. There he is. There he is.
All you can see is the.
He's somewhere there, but it's a big silhouette, which I suppose is a good thing. And there is Mr. Retro and Lim himself. Doesn't feel much. Let's go over. Who are we finding now? No, come back here. Come back here. Come back here. No, this t-shirt is the only.
Certainly is. Boys from the
Boys from Jay's in the conversation, so we're not going to bother him. Hey Jay, hey man. Yes. Finally, we go over to the legend. There he is. That's all we'll just say.
Retro Godfather.
Retro Godfather. There he is. And that's enough.
Oh, hi. I'm not a YouTuber. I can be.
She's not a YouTuber, but now she is because she's on my channel. So that's it. Everyone's here at Norbrick. It's very noisy. And we'll say goodbye. Bye-bye.
We were saying that.
That's what I like about it.
Alright, so you can't see me. Yeah, wait until we come into the light because I'm like a dark shadow. There we go. Yeah, windy and blustery. Walking back to the hotel now, on Saturday night. Yeah, missed a lot. Kind of should have vlogged a little bit more. I had to catalogue this, but I didn't because I was too busy getting a load of stuff, picking things up, spending time drinking. It's been good. It's been a good jape and a good laugh. Fantastic. And I will be coming again. The fourth time I've been to area that was a bit missing in the middle. So I'll fill that in with some pictures and stuff. well, that's the Blackpool adventure over again. What do you think, briefly, Stu?
That's good. I liked it. I always liked Blackpool anyway. I think it's a good time.
Tiring, wasn't it, this time?
Getting
Seemed
old.
very tiring. Are we getting
old?
We're getting old. Stuck in our ways, man,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So, heading back to sunny Hinckley now to drop Mr. Tooty off. Been a pleasure, sir.
And you, Dee?
Been a pleasure.
Thank you,
And,
Mr. Bog.
Do it another time, sometime. But for me, thank you for watching this video. It's been a load of rubbish, really, at the end of the day. But thank you for sticking with me. Yes, it normally is. That was Play Blackpool. This is Novabug. That's Tooty UK. Novabug out. Oh, that was a drive. Oh, 850 miles that drive. A well-deserved beer. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that little show reel. That was Play Blackpool. Excuse my voice, it's a bit croaky. Lots of fun and merriment over the last 2 days. So I'm filming this. Basically, I've got back home about 3 hours ago. Straight up here, set the camera up and record the pickups that I picked up, because probably my most fruitful Play Blackpool ever. Lots of stuff. I had a plan this time and I stuck to the plan. I had a budget and I stuck to the budget, and everything came up roses. No problems with the transport, no problems with the car, no problems with getting around, no problems with communication. Everything was absolutely swimming. Touch wood. I don't know why I'm touching wood now, because it's all past tense. It's all done and it was all great. So as you saw on the little vlog and the little montage that I did, I left nice early doors on Friday, met up with Stuart in Hinckley, Tooty UK, picked him up, popped over to Richard Turner's. Thank you very much, sir, for what you gave me, which I will get to in a minute. And yeah, a lovely cheese and ham sandwich, a cup of coffee at Richard's in Preston, and then on to Play, and where we had the evening in the Friday, of course. Evening on the Friday, of course. Smaller group than previous years. A lot smaller. It wasn't as lot. I mean, not a lot of tubers went as what in previous years. There were a few notable missing exceptions. I'm not going to name and shame names. I'm not going to do that. But there were a few notable missing. It was a smaller group, and it was good because that way you could communicate with everyone. You could have time to talk with everyone. I saw all the, I could name them all actually, because there were so few of us. So it was great to see Daz again, Kindness to Laura. Said it right, did I there, Daz? Hope so. Shocks was there. Big Daddy C, funny fella. Retro Godfather. Aiden, Game Taff, on a retro tip. Obviously Mr. Retro and Lim, I met up with him in the pub. First thing we got there, checked in, went straight to the pub and met up with Stephen. Who else? Oh, that was bloody a Retronic Collector, obviously Tooty. Metropolis was also there, of course. And I'm gonna now I've said I'm gonna name names. I'm gonna forget the fucking names. All Calling All Nerds. Lee was there, of course. Went out for dinner with him. And I'm probably forgetting someone, because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to forget someone. The retro heads were there. Chris and Gav, funny fuckers. Really good to meet them guys. And probably more. And if I've missed someone, put it in the box below. Scott. Oh God, sorry. How can I miss Scott? Oh, and Scott. Lovely to see Scott again. My good friend Scott. And, lots of different faces popping up here and there. It was good to see. Alan Mainmeister, legend. I'll probably think of more as I talk. But anyway, let's talk. What do we got? Well, I came in with a plan. My plan was to get at least one retro system, and I had a hit list of games that I wanted to get. Now, after going through my entire collection recently, I realised that I'd lost some games. I had them once, and I don't know where they've gone. Maybe they've been lost in the move or somewhere. Maybe I've left them in my dad's garage. I don't know. But notable exceptions missing would be things like Tekken 2. I had that. That's missing. Vib Ribbon. That's missing. Never picked it up. I won't save you the spoilers for later. All the Grand Theft Autos. All missing, apart from the PS1 ones. But anyway, so I want to get them, and I also want to get a hit list of stuff that I wanted on PS1 and PS2 and Xbox. They were primarily what I was going to go for. And the two retro consoles that I was after was either an original NES or an original Atari 2600. And lo and behold, the first thing that I bought was an Atari 2600. Is this a Junior or a Vader? A Junior or a Vader, one or the other. It says working on the back, which is always good. I got this from GameTaff Aiden, who was selling it along with a stack of games, and I'll show you them games in a minute, for a bargain price of 20 quid with original power supply and an RF cable. No joystick, unfortunately, so I will be on the hunt for an original Atari joystick. I want one of those. But yeah, I've already tested it, and it works fantastic. So I have another console for the collection. My Atari 2600, thank you very much. Pop him down there. And the games I got for that, one boxed one, which is Pole Position. So it's like a good starter pack of games here. And some of the obligatory titles. So we have Asteroids, Space Invaders, of course, Wizard of War. I think they all work. I haven't tested all of them yet. I've only tested one of them so far. Battlezone, pretty well-known title, and of course the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man, which we all know is rather gash, but it's still worth having. You know, lovely little starter pack to have for the Atari. So I've added that to my collection, which is good. It was a good start. For 20 quid for that lot, it was a good start. Then Steve, I met Steve up obviously just before that. I met with Steve and we swapped a few games. And he basically gave me a big Aldi bag full of Amstrad tapes. So we're gonna. These will be good for the live game testing. Some of these I have duplicates. Easy Am's word. Don't need that. Some of them are duplicates I've already have, but that'll be good for the game testing. But into the event itself, actually, before I say that, I did get some games from a few other people. So namely the aforementioned Richard Turner. He very kindly gave me this 1945 1 and 2, the arcade on PS2. Love the 1942 series, so this is a sort of thing I was looking for. I love shoot 'em ups, especially love shoot 'em ups on consoles. So thank you very much, Richard, for that. Great man, top man, top man. And then just switching from the PS2 there, I got a few games from a few of the other guys before I started buying them. So I got from Without Further Ado, that was another chap I met, Jeff, I think it was. Jeff. Without further ado, I picked up, I got Back to the Future 3 on the Mega Drive from him. I think I paid a couple of quid for this, that's all. And also Amped. Snowboarding on the Xbox. I think I paid a 50p for that. Well, I did, because it says there. A 50p for that. And also Tutti very kindly gave me this on the Xbox. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Because I was, like I say, I'm always only after the exclusive Xbox titles. These are what I'm generally after on the Xbox. If they're cross-platform, I'll just want to get them on the PS2 if I'm interested in the game. But if they're exclusive Xbox ones, I'll pick them up. Also on the Xbox, I got from one of the traders. I like my tennis games, and I'm always looking for random tennis games. So I've got Slam Tennis on the Xbox. I don't think this is an exclusive. It doesn't have a logo on it, but I've never seen it on PS2, so I could be wrong. And also, and I'm very happy with this, Conquer Live and Reloaded. Very happy with that. You know, if you can't have the original Conker's Bad Fur Day, then the next best thing to have is this, because it has obviously Conker's Bad Fur Day on it, with the squirrel battle thing, the evil teddies things, and all that kind of stuff. I got that for £18, so I didn't think that was too bad a price. I think I got some retro plushie games. I also got from Attic Bug. I mean, you know what? I was a little bit disappointed with Attic Bug this year. They didn't come with some of their 8-bit stuff. Hardly any of it, which was really disappointing. But what I did, they were one of the few traders that were selling Wii U games. So I thought, I picked Toad Treasure Tracker up for £10, and I think that was a decent price for, you know, a Nintendo IP. I would expect to pay £15 to £20 for this still now. For £10 for that, I think it was cracking. That was Thematic Bug. From a few other, can't specifically remember all the traders themselves, but I did pick them up in sequence. So let's go for the DS first. I wanted to go and get. I definitely got these from Retro Plushie. Well, one of them from Retro Plushie anyway, because it's still got the tag on it. I wanted to get the complete my Professor Layton series, so I got Professor Layton and the Spectre's Call, which is called different. I think it's worldwide title slightly different, isn't it? Something like the Last Spectre, I think it's called. But the European title is the Spectre's Call. So I wanted that boxed, of course, with instructions. And I was after a Pokemon game on the DS. Generally for the girls, for my girls, they love Pokemon, and they haven't got a game to play, not an original Pokemon game anyway. So I managed to snap up Pokemon Platinum version, which is obviously Diamond and Pearl enhanced, for the DS. Decent price for this, because I paid £25 for this, not from Retro Plushie, because Retro Plushie wanted £30 for the same game. So I thought, well, I got this for £25 from a different trader, which I can't quite remember their name at the moment. But from that same trader which I bought that Pokemon from, I also got what's on the Amstrad at the moment in the background, which is the cassette version of Mission Genocide. Now, I think this is a cracking little shooter for the Amstrad, so it's a nice one to have. For vertical shooters, there's not many of them on the Amstrad, and this is a pretty good one. Pretty good in doing a lovely title. I also picked up for the Amstrad, I didn't get a lot for the Amstrad, there wasn't much available, but I did pick up Bomb Jack 2 as well, from Sore Thumb Gaming, and I actually traded some of my Amstrad stuff that I had in my stack to trade. I didn't pay for this, I just traded him a couple of, I think the Manchester United disc game. What the fuck am I going to do with that? So I traded in that for Bomb Jack 2 on tape. So we'll give that a test on the live. Sorry about my voice, it's really starting to gravel. Excuse me. That's better. Now, that all aside, I really went PlayStation crazy this time. Like I said, there was PS2 games I wanted to pick up, and I got them. I listed them beforehand. I listed them beforehand and I picked them up, and one of them was the 5th Burnout game, which is Burnout Dominator. So I picked that up for a very reasonable £7 from Console Passion. So, you know, for Console Passion, that's quite a reasonable price. Yeah, so happy with that. That's a very, very excellent condition. So that's sort of like, that's all the 5 Burnout games, the 5 Burnout games on the PS2. And then I went to another trader, can't remember the name. Is it written on the thing? No, it's not. And I picked up all of the GTAs. So they were basically replacing the stuff that I thought I already had. Now, I definitely had GTA 3 before. I can't remember where it went. I'm sure I had 2 copies at one point. But anyway, I've got it back. GTA 3. I'm not going to dwell on these because you've all seen GTA before. GTA Vice City. And GTA San Andreas. And GTA Liberty City Stories. So the GTA starter pack. And then when I bought them, because I was so obsessed about getting all 3 of the original GTAs for the PS2, I completely forgot that someone had already given me that. So I've got 2 copies of San Andreas now, which obviously I'll get rid of one of them, give one away, sell it, whatever. So that was just a mind blank on my part. And the final PS2 game I got was again another tennis game, because I love me tennis games. Always after tennis games. And that's Smash Court Tennis Pro Tournament 2 PS2. I don't believe I've ever played this one. So that's going to be fun when I get around to playing it next year for Wimbledon, because I've done me tennis games this year. Finally is my PS1 haul. It's got Command and Conquer running on the PS here, and yes, quite a few. Now, when before I'd set off, I'd spoken to Richard Turner, and he had a bashed up copy of R-Type Delta, and he said, do you want it? I earmarked it. I said, yeah, I'll take that off. Yeah, but he got a better offer for it, and he sold it on. Fair enough, no problem. So I was still after R-Type Delta, and I got it again from Retro Plushie for £25. Yeah, okay, reasonable price. It's in very, very good condition though. Very good condition, box manual. It's in very good nick, and I'm going to actually slap that on that in a minute after I've finished this video, because you know, you're not getting the pleasure of watching me play R-Type Delta. Come on, what do you think you're here for? Enjoyment? Right, and secondly, to fill in a few holes in my PS1 collection, V-Rally 2. I love the original V-Rally, so yeah, couldn't resist V-Rally 2 only for £3. Ridge Racer 4. This is another game that I knew I had at one point, and for some reason disappeared. Good. I mean, I think I saw about 4 or 5 different copies of Ridge Racer 4. And this was the best one in condition, boxed and disc and everything else. There's one of them that the disc was all smashed up and they wanted like £6 for it, and weren't paying that for a smashed box. But this one hasn't. It's in great nick, and so I picked that up. Also, to replace my missing Tekken 2 is Tekken 2. Platinum version. It's a shame because I wanted a black label. I generally am after black labels. But, you know, it replaces what I'd lost, so I don't know what the fuck happened to that. I mean, I might have given it away, you know. I was also on the lookout for the music games. That's one thing I did earmark, because I wanted to pick up Music Generator, the original Music Generator 3, because I don't have these, Music 3000 and the original Music. So I managed to get one of them, and that's the original Music on PS. I just love these music creation games. They're not games, are they? Music creation tools, I guess. I really like them. I think they're really well implemented on the PS and the PS2. So I kind of, you know, want to get all 6 of them. And so 3 music generators and the 3 music titles. So I'm glad to have that. And one of my favourites to pick up, and this was a game that I'd been looking at in a local retro shop quite recently, and he wanted £20 for it, and I thought, that's a bit much. But when I saw it in this condition on sale for tenner, I picked it up, and that's Roll Cage on the PS. Yeah, I love this game. It's a fascinating style on a futuristic racer. I really like its dynamic, and yeah, I wanted that in the collection. I think everyone can appreciate Roll Cage. And that's it. I mean, that's quite a bumper crop for me. I mean, I haven't had a lot of pickups for a long time. Not in this volume, anyway. Excuse me while I'm out of sight. So we've got some serious PS love here. There's some missing down there. There's some down there, isn't there? So some serious PlayStation love there. Lots of that gear. I mean, that's good. That's good shit. And a couple of Amstrad games is good. You know, a Wii U game. You know, 4 Xbox titles. Atari 2600. Happier than a bug in shit. It really was. It was a good haul. Spent a bit, but I didn't breach my budget, which was good. It was an expensive weekend, but it was worth it, because I know it's only once a year. It was great to see all the guys. It was a pleasure sharing a car with Tootie. We had a bit of banter going on, setting the world to rights in a lot of ways. You know, our views on a lot of things align, so it's always good to speak to someone very like-minded. But I'm, you know, blown away with his, you know, dedication for getting boxed instruction games. It's just so, he has the focus to get that, and I just couldn't even imagine how to focus on that kind of thing that he wouldn't go for, which is so impressive. And the event was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Lots of the arcades this year were very clean. I think the event was handled a little bit better this year. The alignment in the hallway was good. The way they changed the way they'd set the tables out and set the consoles up. The traders hall was much better this year. There was you know, not a lot of fudge on sale, and not a lot of knives and swords on sale. There was a few. But there was one food vendor, but most of it was you know, retro gaming, clothing and cosplay, and loads of games. There was lots of trading games. Prices a bit on the steep side on some points, but you know, I also got a couple of other things. I got a couple of Pokemon cushions for my girls. They really enjoyed that. They really loved them. And I got a little plushy Pokeball for my son. So yeah, everyone's happy. Everyone's a winner at the end of the day. So thank you, Replay. Oh yeah, of course I didn't mention the fact that I was in on the talks of the Ocean talk and the Commodore talk. Very interesting to hear about what them guys had to say in them talks, and of course you'll find them on the Retro and Limb channel. I'll leave a link to those videos for the talks that they gave on the Saturday down below in the description box. So I am absolutely bushed. I'm fucking knackered. Been driving all day, but it was worth it. It was good. It was good times had by all. Had a lovely meal on the Saturday night as well with the guys. Went out to an Italian. Bit of banter. The manager there was just an absolute legend. Just he had us in stitches. He had us in stitches. So yes, we'll be wanting to attend another event with all these great guys soon, because it was good stuff and expensive, and tiring, but worth it. I mean, you only live once. I'm certainly feeling my age now. I really am feeling my age, and the Norbrick is still the classiest joint ever. I say that with all the irony intended. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Novabuck out.